Let me turn to the story now. A house in Westbury in Johannesburg almost burnt down on Sunday. The family says they've logged several calls to the emergency services and firefighters, and the emergency services and firefighters came to the scene an hour after the first call was logged. The city of Johannesburg's significant shortage of fire engines and firefighters has been reported by the SABC and other media before. The city has 30 fire stations, according to international and South African standards. Each is required to have one fire truck, but Joburg only has 15. The EMS response time to disasters should be 15 minutes, we are told, but this family says it was inexperienced, unqualified community members who put out the fire and not the EMS.
Through the water, but then the water, as it rolls down, it rolled back, right? And he slipped in the water. He couldn't get up, and the flames was coming for him. But luckily I was behind him, and as they passed the water for me, I threw, and my community was really here for me. People, I didn't even know that, but people from the Villa Barcelona came with waters from there, but the fire engines couldn't come. They couldn't come. And people from at the back of my house got onto their roofs with their buckets of water, throwing it on my roof to help us extinguish the fire.
So let's take that conversation further then. I'm joined by the City of Johannesburg's member of the Mayoral Committee for Public Safety, Mgcini Jwaku. Good afternoon to you, MMC, and thank you for your time. Just on that case on its own, before we get to the systemic issues around firefighting capacity in Johannesburg, my understanding is that this house is really not far from the fire station, right? If I recall correctly, and I'm trying to look through my notes here, in fact, I'm told they are about 4 kilometers from the Brixton fire station. An hour and 20 minutes for firefighters to respond to a fire that's about 4 kilometers away. That's simply not good enough, MMC, is it?
It's not, definitely not. I don't want to say anything else like that. I think that if you can just give me some time, because I asked with the interviewer that what is the issue, so that when I come in, I understand what's happening, but I will just send questions on the number of fire engines and all of that. Can you just give me probably just today, maybe the end of today, get to the HOD to get a report in terms of what happened on this incident? Because you are correct. Hours, even if you go to our quarterly report, they've reported that all the calls have been less than 15 minutes, which is an international standard. But on this case, please, I just beg the communities, just give me time, let me get a full report, and I'm going to reply. And all those who are involved will actually have to take some consequences, this management, because we do have these fire engines. Look, yes, of course, there is a bit of a shortage. We've got 15 fire engines, but we've got skid units and all of that. In total, firefighting sort of fire engines, skid units, and other fire trucks, there's a total of 50 of them. So there is no reason whatsoever that fire, it could not be turned off.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying that, can I just do my investigation, what happened on this incident, and all those who actually, if there's anyone who did anything wrong, then we have to take some consequence management. Yeah.
MMC, that's fair enough for you to take the time to get to the bottom of the facts. And I think we can make the undertaking that we will make time for you tomorrow.
Yes.
In the week ahead, for you to give an update on the investigation you're going to undertake. But
no, actually, what you can do is that by the end of today, I'm going to get you into just now, because if maybe you could have just told me this is the incident that happened, I'm going to ask the EMS chief right now to get me the report so that I can publish it in terms of what really happened.
That's okay, MMC, and we'd want you to come back tomorrow and just report back on that, because it's only fair to you. But 15 fire engines, MMC, for a city that has 30 fire stations, and I can only imagine how many firefighters, EMS personnel that are able to operate those fire engines. Even that is not adequate.
No, I agree with you. Currently, what we have now from our stock, we've got 52 fire and rescue vehicles, right? In total, right? And then we've got 15 fire engines. I say that the firefighting units, you've got the fire engines, fire trucks, skid units, for bush fires and all of that. But in total of the firefighting capacity is 52. Of course, fire engines, you're correct. We've got 15 of them. We're supposed to have 30. We've got 30 fire stations. But I can tell right now that we've been working on that. What I got is that I was sort of, tracking it in terms of the progress for the procurement. We got a confirmation. I can just come out and saying that at the end of we procured 15 of them. The first two, you can actually quote me on this one. The first deliver will be the end of June. So please check with me at the end of June. It was supposed to be end of May because the procurement process has been done. The EMS chief, they were there 2 weeks ago. I asked them in terms of the process, what has been happening. The only thing I was just worried about, just to put it out, is that it was the issue of the maintenance and all those things, but how it's going to be maintained. But end of May, it was supposed to be the first delivery, but now it has been pushed to the end of June, the first two. And then after that, there will be every month a delivery up until we're actually done because of the parts are being ordered overseas and all of that. We didn't want to go to a point where when I came in, what they used to do is that they used to take a truck and convert it into a fire engine. But now we said we wanted to spec the proper fire engine. So really, we understand what's happening, but it has not. I can tell you right now, Uguti, in terms of the fighting, we've managed to tactically to look at the risks. And then we were able to concentrate some of our fire trucks and the fighting units. But this one here, I just want to get in bottom of it, why there was not a proper response. Where did it come in and what happened?
That's only fair. Thank you for that, MMC, and thank you for those timelines, because we are going to hold you to them, right? So we're checking with you at the end of June, and after that we're checking with you every month.
I wanted to go in and sign. I was kicked out, but you're a politician, because I wanted to see myself. But
they
did tell me that no, everything has been signed.
Let's leave it there.
This delivery that's about to happen.
Let's leave it there for this afternoon. That's the MMC for public safety in the city of Johannesburg. That's Mgcini Jwaku.